Oh man, do we ever have a spicy video today here. Donald Trump is withdrawing his endorsement of Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. But before we get into that drama, guys, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you all so much for coming here. This is absolutely crazy stuff, and I don't even know what to say about it. I don't know who to decide to take really necessarily in this situation. But we may know by the end of the video. I'm going to go through all of this with you guys, so let's just get into it. I am withdrawing my support and endorsement of Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene of the great state of Georgia. Over the past few weeks, despite my creating record achievements for our country, including a total complete victory on the shutdown, closed borders, low taxes, no men in women's sports or transgender for everyone, ending DEI, stopping Biden's record-setting inflation, biggest regulation cuts in history, stopping 8 wars, rebuilding our military, being respected by every country in the world, as opposed to being the laughingstock that we were in just 12 months ago. Having trillions of dollars, record-setting, invested in the USA, and having created the hottest country anywhere in the world from being a dead country just 12 months ago, and so much more. All I see wacky Marjorie do is complain, complain, complain. It seemed to all begin when I sent her a poll stating that she should not run for senator or governor. She was at 12% and didn't have a chance, unless, of course, she had my endorsement, which she wasn't about to get. She has told many people that she is upset that I don't return her phone calls anymore, but with 219 congresswomen, 53 U.S. senators, 24 cabinet members, almost 200 countries, and an otherwise normal life to lead, I can't take a ranting lunatic's call every day. I understand that wonderful conservative people are thinking about primarying Marjorie in her district of Georgia, that they are too fed up with her and her antics, and if the right person runs, they will have my complete and unyielding support. She has gone far left, even doing The View with their low IQ Republican-hating anchors. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Make America great again. Everything he said here is kind of right. I mean, up here for sure, all his achievements, they absolutely deserve to be respected. And these are things that have gone on since this whole Charlie Kirk, incident took place that I feel like have gone unnoticed. And it's genuinely a shame. That being said, let's hear Marjorie Taylor Greene's side of things before we go and, make up our minds. Which one is it? Right here, I think it is. Is it right here? Okay, here we go. So, President Trump just attacked me and lied about me. I haven't called him at all. Well, you could post phone logs so we could see. But I did send these text messages today. Apparently, this is what sent him over the edge. The Epstein files. And of course, he's coming after me hard to make an example to scare all and the other Republicans before next week's vote to release the files. Guys, look, here's the thing. The fact that we are worried about the files at all is completely and totally stupid. Let me explain why. If Trump were to release the files, do you believe that Trump would implicate himself at all? No, he wouldn't. And if he's telling the truth about all the files being released, guess who's going to be upset if Trump isn't in them? Well, obviously the left or anybody else that was expecting him to be in them, right? So there is no pleasing anybody. The files are mute. The files don't mean anything anymore. They have been completely and totally destroyed of any credibility that they could possibly hold. If they release the files, they're either going to release the fake files or the real files. Believers will think that he released the real files. Non-believers are going to think he doctored them or typed up new files. There is nothing that releasing these files will change at this point in time. It's sad to say, but there's no pleasing anybody when it comes to the files. If they get released, you all know that there are certain conditions in which you will accept the files or not. Everybody is already in that boat. I just don't see any reason in any way, shape, or form to put any stock in them anymore. Second of all, are the files actually more important than fixing our country right now? I would absolutely argue no. I would argue no. Especially knowing what I know about the files now, and that they're probably just going to get doctored, or maybe they are real, but I don't know. I have no clue. Why would I worry about them at this point now? Guys, we need to fix our country. Because here's the thing. When MAGA splits apart like this, Guess what? We don't get our right people in government. And then guess what? The Democrats go in there and they either bury the files more, because God knows they buried them for 4 years after Epstein died, and Biden never bothered to release them. So why would I trust them and the followers that didn't want to bring up the Epstein files whatsoever? They didn't want to bring them up at all during Biden's 4 years. So yeah, I'm going to trust those people. Guys, we need to get our government fixed. We need to pay attention. We need to stop harping about the files. We need to push harder and make sure we win the midterms, or we're going to end up in a freaking socialist country. And it's going to be even worse than what Biden did. Is that really what we want, guys? Are we going to be so focused on this issue that we don't focus on literally fixing everything else? We need our economy to be fixed. We need our homeless to be either in an asylum or rehabilitated and back to working. We need our economy fixed. We need more jobs in this country. We need to get all sorts of, influence out of the country, from China to Israel to Palestine to Qatar to all these other countries. Every single one of them need their influence to be gone. I'm not taking a side here on Israel-Palestine. Both of them need to screw off, as far as I'm concerned, okay? That goes for equally Russia, Ukraine, China, any other country, guys, that you want to name that is in this country trying to influence us. Yes, the European Union, all of our European every single one of them out. Get out. We need to reconstruct our government, and we are so unfocused on that. We are unfocused, and guess what happens if we do that? We magically get access to every single freaking file the government has. Every single one. Guys, don't take your eye off the prize. Pay attention, and let's get our government under control. That's what we need to focus on. If we get our government under control, we magically have access to every single piece of knowledge that our government has. We're so close, guys. We are so freaking close. Anyway, and of course he's coming after me. Hard to make example to scare all the other Republicans before next week's vote to release the files. It's astonishing, really, how hard he's fighting to stop the files from coming out. I actually don't care anymore. I don't. I care about using Trump as a pawn to get control of our freaking government and restore it back to normal. To get things going the way they were from the 40s to the 70s in our amazing economy then, and then we can audit our government. We need the majority of our government to be populous. That's what we need to have happen. All we have right now is a Trump and a handful of people. That's it. That's all we have. Whether Trump's a good guy or a bad guy, it doesn't matter. We need to use him to advance everything that we're trying to do to get control of our company, to turn it back over to the people. We don't want a dictatorship out of this. We don't want an extreme communist takeover. But right now, with this infighting, that's what we're causing. Okay? Anyway, but really, most Americans wish he would fight this hard to help the forgotten men and women of America who are fed up with foreign wars and foreign causes and are going broke to feed their families and are losing hope for ever achieving that American dream. Then stop with the files for now. Stop with them for now. We can get to them later. Let's fix this part right here that you just mentioned, right there. Let's do that first. Let's do that first. Let's get our people working again. Let's get our people paid again. Let's bring our housing costs down. People need relief. They could see the Epstein files, and guess what that's going to do for them? Absolutely nothing. It's not going to change anything in our country. That's the problem. We need to fix our base. We need to secure our masks first, so we're breathing properly before we secure somebody else's mask. This shouldn't be so hard to figure out. America first means we have to fix our economy first, fix our people first. And then we can go further and further into conspiracies. And now I'm not saying conspiracy theories, just conspiracies in general. Not meaning it as a slur or anything like that. Just in general, we can focus on that after we fix ourselves. Anyway, that's what I voted for. I have supported President Trump with too much of my precious time, too much of my own money, and fought harder than for him when... I mean, this is kind of crazy because it's all of this over the logs. Okay. Check the flight logs of Epstein's plane. Bill Clinton is on there like 26 times. Hillary too. For many of us, releasing the files have always been for the women who are victims of Jeffrey, but also because we believed that Democrat bad guys like the Clintons were entangled and involved with them. You know, this isn't Trump's focus at the moment, I think. And then he sent back the Epstein hoax. Okay, or maybe that's him. Natalie? I don't know who Natalie is. Who's Natalie? She said she sent these to Trump. Who is Natalie? Okay. In every single interview I have done, I have defended Trump. I've said over and over, the women say he did nothing wrong, and their attorney says he's the only one who helped. And the Democrats had 4 years to release this, but did nothing. Yeah, exactly. Stop ignoring the women. Many of the... Okay, we get this. We get this. Okay, who'd she send this to? DJ. Okay, so she sent this one to him. What's with the second message? What's with the second message? I don't understand this one. She doesn't even clarify. Good job. Did you mean to post this one? This is crazy. Backstabbing, sellout, cringer, loser. Oh, okay, well, good job. Yeah, I don't know. MTG is, this is why y'all are attacking him? What's this?
Business owner in the construction industry. And as a realist, I can say we have to do something about labor, and that needs to be a smarter plan than just rounding up every single person and deporting them just like that. Right. So, and I'm going to get pushback on that, but it's, yeah. I'm just like,
yes, you are, Marjorie. Yes, you are. If you're illegal in this country, get out. What are you doing? I have no doubt that she's probably paid by the same people Candace and Tucker are getting paid by now. Look at what they're doing, guys. Candace is pulling people away from Trump and the MAGA movement. Tucker is defending Venezuela right now. In that front, Marjorie here, who is pretty much in that same kind of world, for the most part, is now sitting there saying we shouldn't be deporting illegals. Unbelievable.
Living in reality from here on out.
Yeah.
And if anybody's mad at me for saying the truth, then I'm sorry.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, ladies and gentlemen, our next...
That's not the truth. The truth is these people who broke the law and came into our country illegally need to get out. And no wonder MTG is starting to side with the left, and I think Trump sniffs it out. I have no doubt, and I've been watching her more and more. Now she's starting to say that she's typical Democrat, you know, drops a statement about how her safety after Trump launched a barrage of social media attacks on her. Oh, now her safety's in question because of it. I am now being contacted by private security firms with warnings for my safety, as a hotbed of threats against me are being fueled by and egged on by the most powerful man in the world. The man I supported and helped get elected. He didn't cause this. Aggressive rhetoric attacking me has historically led to death threats and multiple convictions of men who are radicalized by the same type of rhetoric. So now he's not even allowed to criticize you? He's not even allowed to criticize you anymore. Oh, wow. This time by the President of the United States. As a woman, I take threats from men seriously. Oh, now it's a sexist thing. Are you kidding me? Any other buzzwords you want to throw in there, MTG? I now have a small understanding and fear of the pressure of women who are victims of Jeffrey and his cabal must feel. Now, oh, you do? You think you could put yourselves in their shoes because of Trump tweeting? Oh, my God. As a Republican who overwhelmingly votes for Trump and his bills and his agenda and his aggression against me, which also fuels venomous nature of his radical internet trolls. Oh, now it's the internet trolls. Should we also dox all them too? Many of whom are paid. Oh, okay. This is completely shocking to everyone. I bet they're making $7 grand a post, aren't they? Just like me. Apparently, I make that money, guys. Could you imagine if I made that money? This would be I would have me a nice desk, a nice setup. I would have everything set up so much better than this, guys. It's amazing, though. But apparently, yeah, I'm getting those 7K checks, too. It's amazing. I don't even have 17,000 followers. This video that you're watching will probably get anywhere, I don't even know, between 500 to 10,000 views. And you think that I'd be getting paid $7 grand for that? That'd be like $1 a viewer. If that, or it'd be more like, if this video only gets like 700 views, I'd be getting like $10 a viewer. That'd be insane. That'd be so good. What a crazy business. That'd be awesome. I'll take that. Pay me. That's crazy, right? No, seriously, I don't get paid by anybody ever, unless it's Super Chat or YouTube ad revenue. I don't even have ads that I do. People are insane. That's the only way I make any money, and it's pennies. Pennies. Like 70 cents a video. Anyway, this is completely shocking to everyone. My phone is blowing up with constant amazing support. I'm so thankful. Okay, well, you haven't gotten any threats or anything. Nothing. You've just been contacted by private security firms who probably want your business. And that's it? This is your post? You are so fake. The political industrial complex and the toxic, violent nature of American politics must end. Our country is worth saving, and it can only be done if we pull together and save ourselves. What an absolute crybaby. She hasn't even said she received any threats or anything. What an absolute crybaby. She is so freaking fake. I'm done with MTG. I've been done with her for a little while. Just haven't been very vocal about it. She's been going down the deep end, in my opinion, for years now. I mean, remember whenever she got mad at that one, like, Democrat person? She stomped on her feet as she was, like, kind of walking in front of her, trying to interview her. She stomped on the back of her heels. That moment actually kind of changed things for me a little bit. I was like, wow, MTG's a pretty mean person. And now, actually, let me see if I can find it. MTG, steps on feet. Let me see if I can. Is this, oh God, what the heck did Hassan's into MTG's feet, I guess. Porter. Let's see. Let me see if I can find, kicks. They'll probably over-exaggerate it and say she kicked her. Where is it? Is it this one? This one, here. Yeah, right here. Here we go. So she'll kick her in the back of the feet here.
The Second Amendment, how does the Second Amendment protect gun violence? You're the one that believes that the insurrection, that's out of the interest. You're blocking a member.
There she goes.
Excuse me, ma'am. You're blocking a member of Congress.
She sped up to her. Watch.
Excuse me, ma'am.
You're in my way.
You're blocking a member of Congress.
I guess she could have kicked her. I can't see her feet exactly. I thought she was stomping on her heels. She might have actually kicked her. I guess I'm not entirely sure. It could have been a kick. But anyway, that kind of shows what MTG's about. But hey, tell me what you guys think down in the comment section below. Please like, subscribe, and share, guys. It helps so much, and I'll see you guys in tonight's live stream between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. It'll start sometime between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. And I'll go on from there for like 2 or maybe 3 hours. Anyway, thank you all again, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.